Somebody at lunch was saying that most of the offerings here this week are really quite large. Sotozeo is a very, very small offering. It is a little tool for manual reconciliations that is on an online utility. If a quarter of your accountants gain an average of an hour a month, I will call that a success. The origin was that I was doing a project. I needed a tool. I looked online. There was nothing. So I created it myself. So what it does is answer the question of if I have a list of numbers and a total, which of those numbers make up the total? You can see at the top, you can do it manually. If you only have 5 numbers, you could identify those 3 in light green. Quite often, you have debits and credits on one account, and so your target number is 0. At the bottom, you see another input format using the same engine at the back. So you can enter in 2 lists and say which of these numbers net off. So you can focus on the ones that don't. Why is that relevant? Well, if your systems are all tightly integrated, and with your subsidiaries, and with your bank, and with your customers, and with your vendors, and you never change your systems, you probably never have a need for this. But in practice, things do still occasionally go wrong. And if your different sources have grouped the numbers differently, then sometimes, after you've done everything else, you have to just compare it on the numbers. Many-to-one matches. My initial project I was doing was customer invoices. So you had payments that covered multiple invoices. But here are some other examples. Many-to-many. Intercompany counts are a classic one. Most of it balances, it's not quite 0. You try matching off the different pairs, and some subsidiaries have posted in a different line from the other side. So you can use Sotozeo to match off which of the reclassifications and which are actual differences. And once one has a tool like this, I found that I was using it to solve all sorts of other questions that came up. There would be an Excel file that was shared between people, and who had added or what numbers had been added, or a settlement from a bank that was not what we were expecting, so which of the transactions we were expecting had been missed off. There is even an option in there to bring forward a bank reconciliation or to create a bank reconciliation. Although nowadays, in most cases, you will be loading the bank postings directly, so that's not so relevant, but there are situations when you will need to do that. And little bonus features. There is a tolerance allowed for rounding differences. It will also cope with every format we know of for negative numbers. Is it brackets? Is it a DR at the end? Is it a CR at the end? Decimal commas, decimal points, etc. And one from, I remember from my accounting training, the tutor said, if you have a difference, try dividing it by 9. And if it divides exactly by 9, it's because there was a transposition error. Somebody has swapped over 2 digits. Well, if you enter a set of numbers and there is no match that it can find, Sotozeo will go and look for those transposition errors and show you suggestions. So, we're at booth S6, come and see us there, but we also have some hopefully easy to understand URLs where you can look it up yourself. Thank you.